Sunday morning, I come into work. I was just going to do one thing on the car, and then I saw this box that I bought ages ago. Oh, have a look at that, by the way. ARB 2022 Summit going on. This is the ARB box I actually wanted to show you. It's a air compressor, pressure control, tyre inflation and deflation. It sounds interesting. It's actually hard to get the information I wanted to know, if this was like an airbag thing or something to pump tyres up and down, and what would be automatic. And you know, ideally I'd love to be able to pump tyres up and set it to say 40 and it just goes up and stops. And who knows, would I be able to get it to like go down to say 15 and just stop with this thing? I don't know. So anyway, I just undid a bolt and then undid another bolt. Next minute, I thought I'll just vacuum the floor, and then undone some more bolts, and then this happened. So now I'm in a full-blown uninstalling the Airbag Man onboard air control, not because I dislike it, just because I like doing different stuff. And I'm going to try and put one of these things in. So that's the manifold. Pretty small, really. It's got like two little solenoids on top. So I reckon I'll need one to run, say, airbags. And I've got another one here somewhere, which I might run straight to an air outlet, which is designed to go up where the EMU wings are. So when I need to air up, there'll be an air outlet like right there to go straight down to the tyres. So that's the plan. I'm not going to get it all done today because I don't finish anything on day one, but I'll have a play around and let you know how it works out. Have a look at this. Just got to work out what all this means, I suppose. Alright, let's do some wiring up and plumbing and get this air solution thing happening. Alright, I've kind of just mocked it up on the bench here and read the instructions. Seems simple enough, actually. So from the compressor, comes in that side. This is a pressure sensor, so I guess that's what reports back to the app of what sort of pressure is inside this manifold. A couple of wires here to some solenoids, and then this is the output on this side to the airbags, for example. I think that's how it works anyway. Cabling wires, there's a little module thing here, easy enough. This red wire though, that goes to your compressor switch, so that's where it gets power from. Like generally you would have this on an accessories, but I keep my compressor live because I pump up my airbags and tyres with the car off these days. So I just hope it doesn't draw much power to send. Well, I got heaps of batteries, but if you were doing this without, you know, DCS batteries front and rear, you might make sure this goes to accessories, I'd say. I'm still mucking around with this thing. I tell you, ARB fittings and Airbag Man fittings, and I don't know, I think it's actually more ARB's fault. All the fittings just don't line up. I thought this ARB fitting would fit into there, but it didn't. That was the fitting that came out of it, but that's a different thread that goes in there. It's different to that, so you need all sorts of adapters and things. I tell you, it's lucky there's a workshop where I can go and just like hunt for stuff. So I found these sort of airline in and out, so I'm going to use them, couple that up to the airbags like that. Actually, is that the in or the out? Yeah, that's the out, that's the in. So it's actually going to work out because I had Airbag Man lines running for the onboard air before, so I'll just cut that, push connection in. Make sure you get one of these tools. If you cut it poorly, you'll be in a world of pain, because you know, the more connections you do, the more things that can leak. So if this is going to be the outlet now, I will run that to an adapter, so I can have two lines going to each airbag, so everything will just run off this one sort of system here. There won't be a left, well, I don't think there's going to be a left and a right anymore. Oh, another trick for new players, get yourself some of this. Instead of plumber's tape, just like run a bead around the outside. So good. Come and have a look. That was great. This one's for Carl. I'm trying to record you here. You're recording me?
Yeah.
That's such a good photo.
Say hello to the YouTubers.
Alright, connected the manifold. It was simpler than I thought, to be honest. I'll show you in the car, but look, as I show you my wiring and air system, this is no reflection on 4x4 DNA. They don't let me touch other cars here, just my own. Alright, here we go. Coming in. So this is where the system is in here. Oh, phone's ringing. Go away, phone. Sorry, call you later. Sorry, Sharon. Alright, this is the manifold here. I kept the Airbag Man one in here just in case I had to go back to it. But yeah, so a couple of connections here, airline in and out, and that's basically it. Go around to my phone where the app is, and oh yes, I know it's a mess. I will clean it all up after. Right, so this is the ARB Connect app. So there we go, ARB Connect. What you do is you go in and you set all your presets up. So you go into settings here, and I've got one set at 5 psi, 20, 45, and I've set the maximum pressure at 60. Now, so for example, it's all turned on. If I want to go back, and it's sitting on target pressure is 5, current pressure is 5. If I want to go to one of my presets, we'll go to 20 psi. It beeps when it gets there. So I like how it's going to pump the airbags up and stop. It's a nice little beep when it does it. But then if I want to put the airbags back down again, how cool is this? And then it will chime at the end. Let it go all the way down. Still going. There we go. So I reckon found another PSI somewhere. It's a bit of a War of the Worlds noise that it makes. So that is looking like it's working really well for airbags. How good would it be to have to pump up and deflate your tyres like that? So it's going to need like a manifold, so I can pump up all tyres at once and then down all at once. But being able to just press a button and walk off. Now this is what I've been aiming to do for, I'd say, years, to be honest. So I'm going to go and see if I can find the other kit and do it all again. It's been like 2 hours since maybe more, since I pressed the record button last. I had to find all the fittings and everything to get the airline out to work, to connect up to these ARB lines, which I swear they've cursed the rest of the industry to get anything to fit to their proprietary ARB lines. And I am known to be convoluted in life. Check out what I've done. I've got there, and a trip to Bunnings. Alright, I'm not saying do this at home, because this is ridiculous. But to get out of the ARB fitting, they've supplied that one. Then I've got a T-piece that goes into that. Then I've had to block it off that end and buy that fitting. And then I've got another adapter to come out. I swear there's $200 worth of adapters here. To the braided line, which will go to the compressor. And then the whole shebang again on this side to go out to this airline, which I'll mount up inside the EMU wing somewhere. And had to deal with some Bunnings stuff, and it didn't work as well as their adverts. Alright, let's go do this. Lots of white goo. Alright, all packed away, all nice and neat now. I must say I'm pretty happy with how this works. So when you can have this set up like for tyres. Topping them up now with the War of the World sound, and I'll show you why. Because basically I'm going to have my air outlet just here coming out of the EMU wing straight to the tyre, and I can inflate or deflate. So if I go to I'm going to send it down to, I don't know, 15 psi. You can change all the labels. I must admit I haven't got the best label set up because I'm just playing around. So that's dropping pressure now. It is exhausting underneath the floor over there. So we'll have to see how that goes. It's going to make the car smell like rubber. I'm not sure. I'll try and get the reflection out the way. But if you had time and you wanted to air down this way and get it exact, this would be a way to do it. Obviously this is going to take longer than you know, your normal tyre deflators, but you know, often I'll air down while I'm cooking breakfast, so that'll be fine. What I do like is often, like when I finish for the day for driving and I need to air up, I'm often doing my outtakes on camera. I'm just enjoying a beer, to be honest. So then I can go change from airbags, go to 42 psi. It's a bit noisy, but that's just going to go and fill up the airbag, the tyres now up to my set 42 psi, and I can see myself building a little manifold or something, so I can quickly switch on the compressor from the EMI wings, connect up the manifold and have all 4 tyres set to say 40, and then I can up the last ones to say 44 just for the rear tyres, and so disconnect the fronts. I'm going to keep playing around with this and love the world sound at the end, and yeah, I'm going to go take it for a driving this weekend, test it out. I'm concerned that pumping up 4 35-inch tyres, that maybe there'll be a heat problem. Are these ARB little modules designed for heat? Don't know, so I'm just going to have to go and test it out, I suppose. That's what I do. But this is another alternative to your onboard air, and if you can be bothered, you know, switching in and out of the app to change to the second module I put in for tyres, this is a cracker for pumping up your tyres exactly to your pressure. Obviously I put a leak in the system somewhere, and then just walking off. So set and forget, that's what I like, that's the goal. Alright, here we go, that's another one out for this week. If you like this stuff, make sure you go and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week on YouTube. Yeah.